The game changed again. So many things happened today. So one, I go online on YouTube, type in OpenClaw, and there's an announcement.
Basically, this is a free tool where you can check, for example, your AI agent's activity, how many tokens it's used, the tasks, website traffic, server stats, all live, all in real time, all in one place. And most people using OpenClaw have no idea what their agent is actually doing.
And this is pretty much how my experience went with LobsterBoard.
Oh, dude said this was revolutionary. This Control E. Now, I'm not sure immediately upon viewing this if it's connected, but see, I can grab these. Okay, grab them. How do I click into it? What am I wish I could see more of the screen, but I have more. I have many more APIs than that. Okay, so this is for my system. This is cool. Don't know where that came from. Get me out of here. Can I edit? So I heard you could edit your cron jobs from here easy. Okay, but where are my agents? Okay, so this is cool for diagnostics. Okay, it's cute. What does the cost tracker say? Doesn't know, because I'm using Akash. But I heard you could manage agents. They were saying you can manage agents.
This is not... Okay, so that's just a first take, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of upgrades to the GitHub repository, but it just gives me system information reliably, and everything else seems to like not. And I think it could add agents button to tell you where your agents are and what they're doing, because that would be actually really awesome. So I would keep tabs on it. Let's see as it evolves. You know, you got to watch out. You hear so many things, and I could be using it wrong, but that's the thing with all this stuff. It's just, I know you have the same experience where you're like, they say you could do all these things, and you try, and you're like, where? And maybe you got it wrong, but that was my experience. Leave a comment if you think I used it and had just a bad experience. And if you just love LobsterBoard, please tell me and help me. And the other thing was OpenAI. So Chat GPT version 5.4 is out, and so I used it. So it's supposed to be really smart. So the idea is the context window is freaking huge, persistent memory, all these things that have been promised, and game changer, reasoning and everything. So I gave it a task. I said, I'm working on a project. I'm building an agentic organization, and it's focused on historically accurate Bible translations. They changed a lot of stuff. Feminine, like things were taken out, names were changed for women in the early church in the New Testament, like the reference to like what the word Shem means in Aramaic and vibration versus name, all these things. There's so much. But I asked it to just I gave it an example of some of the things, and right there in Genesis, to a Hebrew speaker, right in the beginning, the word spirit is a feminine, but because of things that happen and changes, that isn't reflected in English. And unfortunately, it didn't pass that test. But what they always say with these models, if you give it all the context, if you give it everything, then it can do it. And in that regard, yes, then it did a really great job. And I was actually really impressed by its reasoning capabilities. So I am going to continue using 5.4 to create prompts for other models that are more affordable. That's my strategy right now. So yeah, I'm building out that agentic organization. I'm also getting involved in some really fun projects on OpenClaw. I'll see if I can get the sign off to share some of those with you, but some really interesting and cool things are happening, and I'll continue to update you. So we're heading into the weekend. It's been a pleasure this week on day 12 of 100 days of OpenClaw, and I will see you next week on Monday. And I'll be using OpenClaw over the weekend. Of course, it's just with me. And I have several OpenClaws now. And I'll talk about juggling that relationship. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you in the next one.